Have you ever wondered why, if the day of the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was truly worth celebrating, the companions did not celebrate it? Have we started to adopt non-Islamic customs by forgetting the true teachings of our religion? Do you know where the concept of celebrating birthdays came from in Islam, and how this practice is leading us to follow in the footsteps of non-Muslims? Watch this video until the end to find out why our predecessors never accepted such customs and instead adhered to true Islam. The answers to the questions arising in your heart and mind are present in this video. There can be no doubt for any Muslim that the coming of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to this world is the greatest event in the history of mankind. No event on this earth is more magnificent, more joyful, more blessed, or holier than this. Humanity received the light of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and was blessed with the virtues of his holy personality. It is such a significant event that no other event in history can match its greatness. If there was any concept in Islam of celebrating anyone's birthday, no day would have been more deserving of celebration or of being declared a festival than the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. However, after his prophethood, the Prophet, peace be upon him, remained in this world for 23 years. The month of Rabiul Awwal would come every year, yet not only did the Prophet, peace be upon him, not celebrate his own birthday on the 12th of Rabiul Awwal, but the thought of celebrating it in any special way did not even occur to any of his companions. After the Prophet, peace be upon him, left this world, he left behind around 124,000 companions who were so devoted to him that they were ready to sacrifice their entire lives for just one breath of his. They were his loyal followers, madly in love with him. Yet, not a single companion can be found who celebrated this day, held any gatherings, organized any processions, or did any decorations or lighting. Why did the companions not do so? Because Islam is not a religion of rituals. Like other religions where a few ceremonial acts are considered sufficient for religion, and once these rituals are performed, they are done. Instead, Islam is a religion of action, and this practice of celebrating birthdays came to us from the Christians. Christmas is celebrated on the 25th of December as the birthday of Prophet
Isa,
Jesus, peace be upon him. If you look back at history, you will find that for almost 300 years after the ascension of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him, there was no concept of celebrating his birthday. None of his disciples or companions celebrated this day. It was only 300 years later that some people began this innovation and said they would celebrate the birthday of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him. Even at that time, those who were firmly adhering to the Christian faith asked them why they had started this practice, when there was no mention of celebrating birthdays in the teachings of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him. They replied, "What harm is there in it? It is not something bad. We will just gather on this day and remember Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him, and his teachings, which will encourage people to follow his teachings. So, we are not doing anything sinful." Thus, this practice began. Initially, on December 25th, a gathering would be held in the church, and a priest would stand up and describe the teachings and life of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him. Afterward, the gathering would disperse. In this way, It started in a seemingly harmless and innocent manner. However, after some time, they thought that while they arranged for a priest's speech, it was a dry speech, and as a result, the young and enthusiastic people did not attend. So, they decided to make it more interesting to attract people, and to make it interesting, there should be music. Therefore, after that, poems were sung with music. Then they saw that even music wasn't enough, so they thought there should be dancing and singing. Then they included dancing and singing as well. Later, they thought there should be some entertainment too, and so they added comedy and games. Thus, gradually, the celebration of Christmas, which had started in the name of remembering the teachings of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him, became a general festival. As a result, dancing and singing, music, drinking, gambling, and all sorts of immoralities became part of Christmas, and the teachings of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him, were left behind. Now, look at what happens in Western countries when Christmas Day arrives. Such a storm erupts that more alcohol is consumed on this one day than in the entire year. More accidents happen on this one day than in the entire year, and all of this is done in the name of celebrating the birthday of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him. Allah Almighty is aware of human psychology and its weaknesses. Allah knew that if even a little opportunity were given, things would escalate. Therefore, there was no concept of celebrating anyone's day, just as it happened with Christmas. The same happened here when a king thought, if the Christians celebrate the birthday of Prophet
Isa,
peace be upon him, why shouldn't we celebrate the birthday of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? So, the king started the tradition of celebrating Milad. Initially, it was also like this. The Milad was held, where the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was described, and some not praises were recited. But now, see how far things have come. It is a miracle of the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, that, even after 1,400 years, thank God, it has not reached the level it has reached among the Christians. But still, look at what is happening on the streets. Replicas of the Holy Grave are set up, models of the Kaaba are placed, people are circumambulating around them, recordings are being made around them, lighting is being done, and flags are being decorated. God forbid, it seems like it is not a celebration of the pure life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but rather a festival similar to the common celebrations of Hindus and Christians, and gradually, all kinds of evils are being gathered in it.